Oh, yeah, we are live.
We're
Sorry,
live.
a minute or two late. I was having technical issues with the Wi-Fi freezing. So we're all good now. I hope. And we're back. I really, really have to say, Wellness Wednesday, conversations to raise vibrations. I really, really missed last week. I don't
Me
know about you.
too.
I miss seeing you. I miss, the comments and the interaction.
Ah,
I just missed it. It was a whirlwind of a day.
mm,
Something we'll talk about today, but it was a beautiful day nonetheless. And so I'm
yeah.
so thankful to be back here. So if you are joining us live, we are so grateful you're here. Please let us know in the comment. Yes, so grateful. Please let us know in the comment section, of course, who you are. And we love to interact. So interact if you're new. If you are joining or watching later, just hit hashtag replay and let us know what you love about this conversation. And as always, if you are watching on our beautiful YouTube channel that is getting more traction, I love it. I keep checking on that. So it's beautiful. Please just hit like, subscribe, and share. And again, even if you watch us here, please go over and share. The more people that benefit from, in raising vibrations on this planet, raising consciousness on this planet, the better, obviously. So
Yeah.
we have Jennifer here. Hello, Jennifer. Oh, awesome. And Tori Joe live. And we just put you in the studio. So we are sending you so much love,
So
Tori Joe.
much love, Tori Joe. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
woke up to sunshine and bright, shining sisters. Yay.
Aw.
And right back,
Aw.
right
Right
back.
back at
And
you.
we are
God
sending you so much
bless.
love. And I do hope, Tori Joe, you can feel that love. Like even the last few days, I've just been opening my
Mm,
heart, sending her and her
yeah.
who's made her transition. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so sending you so much love.
So much love.
Yes, really. So moving forward. So I was just saying to Elvira in the studio, we always talk about, what are we going to talk about? And this kind of came to mind. It's very authentic. As you all know, we only talk about things that are authentic to us, things that we feel can benefit others. And one thing that came to me in a meditation was the hurried mind versus the relaxed mind.
Mm.
And I was listening to an Abraham Hicks as I was working out this morning, and there was something she said that just, it was like a light bulb went off in me. And, someone was asking the question, as they do, if you ever watch Abraham Hicks videos, but they were asking the question, I'm waiting for this big, what's the next big thing I'm supposed to do? I don't really know how she worded it, but it was something like that. What's the next big thing, the big aha that I'm manifesting? And she said, or they said, you're not. You're looking for the next logical step. And
Mm.
when you relax, the next logical thought comes in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I just, for me, that was a big aha because I'm, in my business, in my life, I'm always looking for the next big thing. And, I got to make these grandiose leaps. And I think we forget that maybe it's not the grandiose leaps that we need to take. Maybe it's just putting one foot in front of the other. So I
Yeah.
don't know who needs to hear that. I needed to hear that. I'm sharing. And the other pieces to this is when we're in this hurried state of mind, and I call it the gotta mind. You are calling it the monkey mind. When we're in that hurried state, nothing happens. It's like the universe sits
Yeah.
back and says, okay, well, I'm just going to sit back and wait until you're ready to give up control, and I'll give you the next step. I don't know.
Yeah.
What,
Oh, I love it. I love it. This really, really speaks to my heart and soul, Lisa, because yeah, that was the old me, always gotta, and always need to look good on the outside, doing the right things,
yes.
and always with the monkey mind going, ego. I call that ego,
Mhm.
right? Our
Mhm.
ego likes to live in our head and and control us. And we can choose to bypass it.
Mhm.
And this is why we meditate. This is why we relax. This is
Yes.
why we do different modalities so that we can quiet this down and listen to this,
Oh, I
our
love
heart. our soul,
I
right?
love
So this is where I'm just all about this, because the old me, the pharmaceutical rep me, the lab technologist me, like living out of alignment me, was always, like gotta,
it. Yeah.
and what's next, and how does this get done, and all those questions. And now it's like, oh, I just flow with divine, direction,
Yes.
divine intuition, because we are connected to the divine. We are connected to the source that created us. We are
Yeah.
one. And
Yes.
when we get quiet enough to realize this and remember who we truly are, we
Yes.
are divine,
Oh,
and that we don't have to be up here. We can be in here. Then everything just flows
I
so
love
much better,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know what?
I love that.
She also said, you just said something that sparked it. She said, when you feel like you're in that hurried state, she didn't call it the hurried state, but when you feel like you're in that hurried state, waiting for the big thing, she said, go listen to the hum of your air conditioner. Go sit
Oh,
down and
wow.
go for a walk in
Yeah.
nature,
Yeah.
because you need to get back to source energy.
Yes.
You
That's
need
it.
you
That's
just
it.
we need to get back into the heart
Yeah.
and know that wherever we are right now is no accident. We are
No.
exactly where we're meant to be.
Yeah.
And the problem with it is the ego mind,
Yeah.
when Meyer calls it edging God out. When
Yeah.
we're in the ego mind, right, we are constantly thinking it should be on our terms.
Yes.
Now, I'm still working on that. I have to be totally honest. I go in and out, and I'm a lot
Mm.
better than I used to be. I'm a
Mm.
lot better at surrendering. I'm gonna give myself credit for that because,
Yeah.
I used to be in the space where gotta. I have to make things happen.
Yeah.
I'm the one who does it, that control mind.
Yeah.
Or as Tori Joe's just calling it, the people pleaser, right?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it because that's when we're in that mind. But when you get into that calm, serene state of being, that's when things shift.
Yeah.
That's when things happen. And it may not be the grandiose thing that we're looking for, whatever it is we're manifesting. It might just be the next logical step. And I just
Yeah.
love that. I'm going to
Yeah.
keep that in my head all day.
I
Just
love
what
that.
is the
The
next
next logical
logical
step.
step?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just asking the universe that.
I
Yeah.
I love it. And yes, yes to all of it. And that's how I do my coaching. When I work with clients one on one, it's not like they don't have to see the whole staircase. They just need to see the
Yes.
next step. And then
Yes.
they see the next step and the next step. And I call that inspired action, right? Where they get the inspiration, intuition to what is the next step. I don't
Mhm.
give them the next step.
Mhm.
I ask them what the next step is,
Yeah.
and they tap into their heart, their soul, and they give me the next step, and then they commit to doing it, and then
Yeah.
they take inspired action, and then miracles happen, and then they take more inspired action and more inspired action, and pretty soon they've got this life they love
Yeah.
because they've just listened to their heart, their soul, and they've taken inspired action forward, as opposed to like knowing what it needs to be right up front.
Yeah.
That's not the way it works,
I love
so
it.
so I'm so excited. I feel like I need to bring this up now for some reason because it's just so
Yes.
so present for me. Um, there's a group of women, comedic actresses in LA,
Mhm.
who looks like they're going to be hiring me as their coach, and I'm going to be doing group coaching with them because they believe that they're here to do something. There's four of them. They believe they're here to do something bigger together, and I'm like, I feel it too. I feel like there's this pregnant possibility, this pregnant project that is waiting for them to be the doulas and giving birth to it so that
Wow.
it can serve humanity. Like this, like honestly, like this just came through yesterday, and I shared it with one of them when I was talking to her on the phone. And oh my God, like it's so exciting. And the idea that I can, lock arms with them as they figure out the next step and the next step and the next step and stay in their higher self, not go to their ego self, which is so common in Hollywood.
Oh
We
yeah.
want to, be in control. We want to be in charge, and we need to get that next gig, the next, we got to win the next audition, whatever. And there's a lot of that, I want to say male energy, ego energy,
Oh,
and that's what happens a lot in the artistic world when because these are all artists, and I relate because I'm a professional actor too. I'm a
yeah.
professional jazz singer, so I know a little bit about that world. So it's just such a perfect thing that just came my way because I've done a lot of trauma healing recently.
Yeah.
So I feel like spirit just said, okay, you're ready for the next thing. And
Right.
these women just came into my life. And now I'm like, oh my God, this feels so good that I could possibly serve them. So we're trying to figure out the details right now in terms of, how it works financially and all that. But they are
But I
so
love it.
excited.
Like, that
Yeah.
was the next logical step for you,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like you just said, you did trauma healing, and then
Yeah.
the next logical step, the universe brought it to you,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And that's the key
Exactly.
here. When we let go, when we do our
Yeah.
work and we just put one foot in front of the other and we're listening to spirit, then they provide everything. So, you know
Yeah.
what is very freeing for me and listening to that story and listening to Abraham Hicks this morning? What is freeing and what I want to be freeing to everyone listening is there's such a freedom when you let
Mm.
it go.
Yeah.
And there's no more trying
Yeah.
or gotta do this.
Yeah.
I gotta work all day to make this happen. When you just let it go
Yeah.
for a walk, listen to the hum of the air conditioner. I kind of like
I
that.
like that. I like that.
Sure, we don't have air conditioners on right now. But when you are in that space of just listening for your next step, it
Yeah.
all becomes clear and there's a freedom in that. It's
Yeah.
like, ah,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
need to do. I don't need to go. I just need to be present to
Yeah.
the thoughts from the universe.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
just gave me
love
such
that.
a freedom and I felt, like I could, I don't know, like I could just
Yeah.
breathe. It was
Yeah.
just a nice thing to hear. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I love that you watched that this morning. And yeah, and remember, we're human beings. We're
yeah,
not human doings, right?
yes,
So we need to be, and then
yes.
spirit
Love
inspires us. Like when
love
you're
it.
quiet, you can listen to the voice of your heart and soul. When you're, in go, gotta, monkey mind, you
Mhm.
can't listen to that voice. So you can't know what's next.
Right,
But when you really quiet down and trust that you will get that divine inspiration, it's going to come because you've
100%.
set the intention. I'm
Yeah,
going to relax and I know that spirit's got my back, universe, God, source, whatever you want to call your
yeah,
higher power,
yeah,
and know that you're one with that power and know that you just have to tap into that. And human beings, are what they are and they forget who they are. So we've got to do this work daily to remember who we are. So if we find
exactly.
ourselves just remind yourself to, okay, I'm just going to calm down, go listen to the air conditioner,
Yeah,
go meditate, and I'm going to get what I need to get. And
yes,
and that's how I do my coaching. I get people into that zone and I ask them questions and they tell me their answers and then
yes,
they implement their answers and then miracles happen. So
yeah,
that it's that easy. Like I literally always say I do nothing, spirit does everything and miracles happen. It is that easy for me to be a coach and
yeah,
to lock arms with people and help them achieve their dreams by just taking it one step at a time. So this
exactly.
conversation is everything to me, Lisa. Thank you.
I know, me too. I love it. I think it's perfect. And I just want to acknowledge, a couple comments here because we like to engage.
Sure.
And there's a Facebook user so excited for you, Elvira. Love all
Hmm.
these synchronicities. I'm not sure who the Facebook user is.
Okay.
Hope your move went well, Lisa. Yes, and I'll talk about that in just a second. I love that the freedom in breathing and being able to surrender and not go.
Mm.
And then Tori Joe says, we are energetic beings experiencing human existence.
Yes.
I,
Oh, always, always, always love
I love it.
remembering
I've heard
that.
it termed
Yeah.
a different way. I haven't heard that term, and I love that. We are
Yeah.
absolutely energetic beings. And when we allow,
Yeah.
positive energy just to flow through us, then everything just flows for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
in my move, that's me, Janet. Oh, Janet. Hi.
Hello, Janet. Love
Yeah.
you. Miss you.
Janet is excited and Jennifer is loving the synchronicities. Oh, thanks, Tori Joe. She's letting us
Oh,
know because we can't see names. My
oh.
Why is my name not showing? I don't know. Sometimes StreamYard does funny things. I don't know. But the move last week, I was obviously from Tuesday, we moved Wednesday, from Tuesday and then into Tuesday night, taking apart beds, all the stuff you have to, last minute stuff for the movers coming. I'm in a hurried state and I could feel it. I could
Yeah.
feel the stress. And I wanted so desperately to just be one of those people that is just like, whatever, whatever. I want to be one of those people. I really strive to be one of those people. But I feel the stress, even though I've been here so many times, and even though I know everything's gonna be fine, like everything always gets done.
Yeah.
It always does. So why am I stressing? And I'm literally having this conversation with myself Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. The movers came, they were phenomenal. And all morning they kept saying, "We got this. It's you go relax,
Oh,
go do whatever you need to do." And I
wow.
was like, "Oh my God, you guys are like it was just amazing and it was what I needed." And partway through the morning, I just thought, "Lisa, you can surrender. This is your job. You hired them." So that's just my little story
Yeah.
last week of
Yeah. I love that.
relax mind. And I did begin to relax, and I was so grateful. I am still so grateful to this company and these movers because I've had
Nice.
horror stories in the past. So this was amazing. But surrender for me is part of that relaxed mind.
Yeah.
And surrender has been my life's lesson. Because
Yeah.
in that I want to get things done. I'm type A, I'm gonna figure it out. So what I've learned, even over the last year, I'll say I have surrendered so much more, is when I feel myself in that panic state. Everybody who watches us knows that money has always been my
Mm.
peeling back the onion. Okay. When I feel myself going to that fear-based state, I literally talk to myself, which is what you said. I talk to myself and I just say, "Lisa, the universe has got this. Just
Yeah.
surrender. There's
Yeah.
something in this for you. Let it
Yeah.
go." And I find that helps me so much.
For sure.
Yeah, I
For
find that
sure.
just that little bit of self-talk helps me so much. Whereas before, I did some self-talk, but I don't find that it did a lot. So it's probably all the trauma work I've done,
Mhm.
the, work with the unconscious mind I've done, and it's peeled back so many layers that I do feel so much better. Um,
Mhm.
it's just allowing. That's my favorite word too. Allowing.
Yeah, allowing, surrendering. Like just say those words. Don't
I
those
know.
feel good?
Feels
Like
so
they're just so beautiful. And
good.
when, there's this beautiful quote. I actually shared it with one of the ladies from LA yesterday on the phone. And I said, when you see the Buddha said this, I believe, when you see how perfect everything is, you will throw your head up at the sky and laugh. And
Mm,
I love that quote because it's about surrender. It's about realizing that everything is perfect and it's unfolding as it's meant to. And the
mm,
fact that we fret and have the hurried mind, like that's just going to stop us from having peace in the moment. But if we can
yes,
retrain our brains to really be in that place of, okay, this is happening for me, not to me. I know good's
yes,
going to come out of this. Like I've gone through some really big shit
yeah,
recently, but I trusted that everything was happening for me, not to me, and for my team, not to my team. And I know that as a result, we've up leveled. We've all up leveled.
yes.
And so like even the woman that I was talking about at our last when I got the mean girl wound, right? Because I've been
Oh,
healing the mean girl wound.
yeah.
Even she has up leveled. Like I can tell the stuff that she's posting is different and
Wow.
it's more in alignment. And so I know that she had to go through that too. So it's really neat. It's really neat what happens when we're able to, just trust that spirit, source, God, universe, whatever you believe in, nature, the force from the Star Wars has your back. And
Yes,
that you are exactly where you're meant to be
yes,
and you will get through anything that's a challenge and you're going to up level as a result of
yes.
it. In
I love that.
fact, that's how we grow. We grow in in the shit. We grow in the fertilizer. We're like plants, right?
I
We
know.
go right? We grow when we're down here and we surrender and we're able to grow. So at my rock bottom, when I literally wanted to die at the end of 2 years of corporate bullying, social bullying and depression, anxiety and panic disorder, I had to hit my rock bottom of surrender
Yeah.
where, and as Elizabeth Gilbert calls it, the
Oh,
bathroom floor moment where
yes.
she yeah.
That's
So
good.
yeah. And that was the moment where I literally came back and I knew that spirit had my back and I was able to separate from my ego. I was able to see my ego and not live from my ego anymore. I see my ego when it's triggered and it comes up. I see it. I just don't live there. I live in a space of trust and
Oh, I love
surrender. took me a long time to get there, but I got there.
Love it.
And it's not to say I'm perfect, but I truly live here most of the time. And
Yeah.
and that's where I want everyone to live, because it's
Yes.
so much easier and it's so much more. You're a miracle magnet when you live
Yeah.
up here. This is what we talk about with the Love Your Vibe transformation.
And you know what? Just to piggyback on that, when you're in that alignment and you're living in that alignment, then things just flow to you, right?
Yes.
So when you're in that space of, surrender and letting go and just trusting that this is for you, not to you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I love that. And even when you're in your bathroom moments, I love that. And I forgot that you said that. I
Yeah.
said that. Was that Eat, Pray, Love?
Eat, pray, love. Yeah. Yeah. When she literally couldn't live like that anymore. And
I
that
know.
was the same with me. I live and same with Eckhart Tolle. He got to
Oh,
the point where he didn't want to live with himself anymore and he wanted to kill himself.
I
Right.
know.
So I was there too. I have had suicidal ideation at my lowest, but thank God for it,
Yeah,
because look what I'm doing now.
exactly.
No other system worked for me but that,
Yeah,
because I'm meant to be the mouthpiece for it. And I have amazing people, some of them that are watching right now that are
yeah,
facilitating this work too. And
yeah,
they'll be facilitating their own work as well on my platform, because we're all here to grow. We're all here to heal and grow. And it's not just my system. That worked for me and I was told to share it with the world, but it's everyone's system.
yeah.
So Lisa, your system is perfect for you. And and if you ever want, I have a platform for you to, serve even more people with it. And we all have our ways of helping people
Yes.
heal and evolve as light workers. And yeah, I
I
just I just love this. I live
Corey
for
Joe
this.
says, "What if you were her MGW?"
So sorry, say that again.
She said, "What if you were her MGW?"
Her MGW is mean girl wound,
Mean
right?
Girl.
So sorry, I don't understand the question.
Because
Sorry.
we're talking about her, the mean girl, and how she
Yeah.
leveled up, and she's leveled
Yes.
up, and she's even started. So what if you were hers, like you were her teacher?
Yeah. Oh, I know I was. She even said it. She even
Yeah.
said it. Thank you so much, because now I'm going to be doing some healing around this, because she was very activated. She was very triggered and had a very strong response to
Yes.
what I did. But at the same time, that's what happens when we're not healed, when we have PTSD or complex PTSD or whatever, and someone says something that is triggering us, because it's like, oh my God, like I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm there again, right in that moment of pain. And they're not thinking straight, so they have a very, somebody calls it dysregulated response, right? But then they're able to, and we're all able to, not just her, we're able to look at it and go, okay, so what caused this? Like I had a very strong response to one of my team members who I felt was mean girling me. And I realized, do I want to keep living like this? Is this who I am? Or am I better than this?
Yeah.
And I realized I had the mean girl wound. I realized it was generational trauma, because my mother has it, because her mother had it.
Oh, good.
And then I was like, okay, the buck stops here.
Right.
I do not want to continue this.
I
And
love
as a
it.
result, my mother is even happier, because it's funny. Every time I up level and I talk to my mother, it feels even more peaceful with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so
And
beautiful. I love it.
well, I can tell you why that is because all minds are joined.
Yes.
There is no separation. That's the ego that thinks there's separation. All minds are joined. So
Yeah.
when you heal yourself, the
Yeah.
people around you heal.
Yes. Oh, major
So
chills, major
yeah,
chills. Yeah.
when I was going through a lot, and I shared with you, I think I've shared on these videos of my daughter in her first year of university. It was the worst year of my life, worst year of her life, I'm sure. And that's when I started to do a lot of. I had to go and figure out how to help her, I just didn't know what was going on. And I went to my energy healer who said to me, Lisa, you don't need to worry about her. Stop trying
Mhm.
to help her,
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
yourself. When you heal, she heals.
Yeah.
And, on a spiritual level, she was my teacher.
Yeah.
She was pushing me into my
Of
healer self.
course.
After that year, I became, certified in,
Oh,
NLP, timeline therapy, HUNA, and she was pushing me into what I was meant to do in this world. So
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
How
feel,
grateful are you to her?
I actually feel a little bit of tears coming
Yeah.
on because she's helped me push me into this space that
Yeah.
I love so much, you know. And the other thing that was coming to me when you were talking, and even about the women that you're going to be coaching, is collaboration. That word came when
Mm.
I was in
Mhm.
meditation today. So, and
Yeah.
talked about these women, and then you and I on here collaborating, and
Yes.
you and your team collaborating, and
Yes.
we are never, ever, ever meant to do anything alone.
No, I don't believe so. I
We're
never want to for the rest of my life.
No, and we
No.
think we're alone, right?
Yeah.
We think we're alone. We think we're, you know, when we're in our worst bathroom moment floor, we think we're alone. We're never alone,
Yeah.
right? Ever,
Yeah.
ever alone. Tori Joe says that is healing your intergenerational wound.
Yeah.
Generations can heal through your efforts. Yes. And
Yeah.
anytime I do a healing with somebody, or even, you know, working with a client, because I get, you know, my guides talk to me, I feel so strongly with so many people that I'm working with is I see their family that has gone beyond around them. And I'm like, you know, I say this, and this, and I feel like so and so's here, and you're actually healing this for them. And
Mhm.
that's what you're doing with your, you know, mean
Yeah.
girl wounds. You're not just
Yeah.
healing it for your mom. There's probably generations before
Oh,
you
for sure.
that were healing, and they're saying, thank you so much for doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Right?
Oh, I got chills, more chills. Yeah. You said that to me when we first talked on one of your Servitude Tuesdays, and you
Yes,
told me about my guides, and I was bawling. Remember that
yes,
conversation? That's when we
yes,
first connected, and then we had lunch, and then I saw
yes,
this whole thing unfolding, and now it's
yes.
happening. And
I
yeah,
know.
so I love it, Lisa. It's so beautiful. It's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
I do too. I love it. I love this so much. And yay, healing at all levels. Yes. I love that we don't have to do it alone. You know what?
Yes.
You, MJ, me too. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, so we have a special treat. Elvira is going to bless us today with this. She just played it earlier in the studio, and I was like, oh. So let's get set up for a special little healing here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Take it away, Elvira.
Okay, so I'm actually Lisa and I we're chatting backstage, and I got the inspiration that we're dedicating this to Tori Joe's late mother. That we're actually going to be playing this sound to connect with her, to send her love, to send her all that she needs to live in eternity in the most beautiful way. And Tori Joe will see her again one day. So Tori Joe, this is for your mama, okay?
Oh my God, she may not want to hear this, but I'm
This
very
is this is the ocean drum.
blessed.
So this is a sound of the ocean. I don't know if your mother loved the ocean, but I've been guided to play this today to serve her. So I invite you to close your eyes and take in the sound of the ocean.
Oh, I really, really felt her.
Yeah,
Big
me
time.
too. I'm
Wow.
feeling her in my body.
Oh, chills. Okay. On that note, there's nothing that can top that. So I don't think there's anything else we can say. But thank you so much for this conversation, as always.
you,
Thank you to
Lisa.
the beautiful souls that have joined us.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I could listen to that all day. It was just so beautiful. So thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Lisa.
That was a warm hug.
I
Yeah.
love you. I
I
love everyone on this conversation right now. They're all some of my favorite peeps on the planet,
I
I
know.
like to say.
I know. Me
Thank
too.
you, Lisa.
I love it. So thank you to everyone. We will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye.
3, 2,